if you ever get a paper cut, okay, one way to heal it immediately and get rid of the pain is chapstick. Yeah, that works. There's a lot of ways to get rid of the hiccups, but one way that I stick by because it resets your diaphragm is sticking a pen in your mouth and then drinking some water. My dad was a beekeeper for a little bit, so I got to learn about all the benefits from raw honey, and one thing that it can do is actually get rid of acne scars. So you just put a little bit on your face and then wipe it off after a few hours. Speeding ticket, like I did right here, go to court to dispute it. A lot of the times the cop doesn't even show up and they'll drop the ticket. But if they do show up, ask them when the last time they calibrated their radar gun was, because they don't do it as often as they should, and they'll probably drop your $400 ticket. If you ever need to drive around with some illegal substances, keep that shit in a sealed box addressed to you, because cops are not allowed to open your mail. If you're a dude, label your gender as non-binary or female on your car insurance. It will go down a lot. If you're ever thinking about like hitting up your ex or sending that risky text to that person you have a crush on, rub one out first, you know, choke the chicken, sauce the taco, and then reread what you wrote and see how you feel, because post-nut clarity is real and it'll save you from so much embarrassment. A ring stuck on your finger, okay, just add a little bit of Windex to it and I promise you it'll come right off. Wow. If your coffee ever just tastes a little too bitter, add a pinch of salt. This shit is life-changing. If you're ever out of the house and you realize that your armpits just fucking stink but you don't have any deodorant on hand, try adding a little bit of hand sanitizer. Smell is caused by bacteria. This kills 99.9% of bacteria. Just don't make it a regular thing because your skin's sensitive. Put your onion in the freezer 10 minutes before chopping it. It reduces the tears that happen. Also, TikTok won't let me show a knife, but if you wet your knife before chopping, that helps too. The best way to clean your bathtub is with dish soap, because think about it, when you bathe, you're washing off all your body oil, dirt, and skin, especially if you use one of these little scrubber things and just like clean it as you shower. If you're chopping jalapenos or just cooking with anything spicy in general, the best way to get that off your hands so you don't like burn your eyes or your partner or anything is vegetable oil. Forget a kid's name and don't really want to hurt their feelings, just call them something silly. Be like, your name is Sandwich, right? They're like, no, it's Sam. The odometer's in your car. You should be using trip A to track between oil changes. I need an oil change, and trip B between the last time you've had a fill up. That says 20%, so do I actually need one though? If you're ever on the fence about buying something, ask yourself, if you had to choose between being given this item or its value in cash, which one would you take? For example, I would choose Astro any day over the $2,500 that I paid for this motherfucker. Always thirsty, like it never feels like you can drink enough water, you know? No, you should go get checked for diabetes. What? I mean, it could be nothing, but you know, low insulin causes a glucose buildup, which makes you pee more, which makes you crave more water. No, my hair is thinning. I don't want to be bald. Hey, if you're gonna be bald, you're gonna be bald. Right now it sounds like your body's not producing enough hemoglobin, so you should start eating foods higher in iron. Hey, look, I got another bruise. I don't even like know where these things come from half the time. They just show up. It sounds like you're having liver issues, man. You need to start eating foods higher in vitamin K and zinc. Why? I know your body better than you. Hard time taking pills, try remembering this, okay? If it's a tablet, swallow with your chin up because it sinks. But if it's a capsule, swallow with your chin down because it floats. So whenever your child's watching TV, make sure that you put on the subtitles, okay? That way they learn spelling and verbal skills at the same time. So if you're a smoker and you can't quit or you really don't want to quit, try drinking more black tea, okay? Because it's been proven to prevent lung damage caused by smoke. I know this advice sounds weird coming from noodle arms here, but when you go to throw a punch, don't clench your fist until the last second, okay? Because you waste so much power clenching the whole time. May or may not have been in a few fights. Apple juice raises the acetylcholine levels in your brain, so if you drink a glass of it before bed, you'll have insanely vivid dreams. The Muppets are trying to kill me. Let's say you have a room full of smoke. You can clear out the smell pretty quickly with a wet towel and just go and fucking ham with it. This helps because Astro likes taking bong rips in the house. Buying lottery tickets, start buying like cheap stocks instead, okay? Because you're gonna get the same rush of gambling because it is gambling, but your odds of getting rich off that shit are way higher. Hey, look at me using my math degree. Okay, so the X% of Y is the Y% of X. It makes mental math so much easier. So like 7% of 50 is 50% of 7, which is 3.5. If you're ever bored in class or like need to get out of a fucking meeting, just stand up and walk out of the room staring at your phone very quickly. Nobody's gonna fucking question you and it's gonna give you time to think of a decent excuse. If the battery is dead, when you drop it, it'll bounce all over the place. But if it's good, it'll just drop. Whenever you host a party, create a Spotify playlist and have the link to it on the invite and have everybody add a couple songs, because people love hearing their favorite songs at parties and then you don't have to worry about picking out music. If you're ever on an annoying phone call, just turn your phone on airplane mode. That way the person you just hung up on will see call failed instead of call. A joke and like nobody laughs and you want to save yourself from that embarrassment, just be like, wait, you haven't seen that TikTok? Oh, okay. If you ever start to feel bad about not reaching out to a friend in like a really long time, just remember that they haven't reached out to you either. If somebody ever says something inappropriate, don't do that like nervous laugh thing, because they're gonna think it's okay and keep doing it. Instead, be like, I don't get it. They're gonna be like, oh, it's a joke. Be like, oh, okay, explain it to me. Then you get to watch them struggle to figure out why their inappropriate joke is so funny. Unless they say it's from TikTok. When I show somebody a photo on my phone and they immediately just start scrolling through the photos, like what an invasion of privacy. I think next time I'm gonna slightly zoom in, that way if they try to scroll, they're not going anywhere. How am I supposed to make a sandwich with 2 butts of the bread? Fucking gross. Nobody likes looking at the crust. Unless I just flip it inside out and eat it like that, because I'm a fucking adult. I don't have a bottle opener. How am I supposed to open up this beer? I want to drink a beer. I can't open it. There's just no. I'm embarrassed to buy all of these tampons, lighter fluid, and a bag of condoms. The cashier's totally gonna judge me. Unless I buy a birthday card with it all, so it looks like none of this is actually for me. I need to rent a car, but I'm only 21, and the legal age to do so is 25. What the fuck am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to get around? Wait a minute. You only have to be 18 years old to rent a U-Haul, and it's like the same price. Woo! I hate fitted sheets. Like, they're so confusing. Nobody ever knows how to actually fold them. I just roll it into a ball, throw it in my closet, but then it gets wrinkled, and it's so annoying. Like, what the oh, wait. I did splinter, but no tweezers to get it out. What am I gonna do? Wait a minute. I have 3/4 that I could use. I can't fit my Snoop Dogg wine into my Ziploc bag. At least I have this inside-out Ziploc bag. Now I can fit twice as many things. How on earth am I supposed to keep my zesty curly fries fresh without a proper bag clip? There's just no possible way. I did it. Probably gonna want to know before you turn 18 from a fairly successful 21-year-old. When you turn 18, get a credit card and then only use it for like gas and groceries, and then fucking pay it off immediately. Your credit score is gonna go up over time and you're gonna be able to do all the shit you're supposed to do. Do it. Whoever you are in high school, whether you're the weird kid or the popular kid, it doesn't fucking matter in the real world, okay? Once you graduate college, you basically get a fresh start to be whoever the fuck you want to be. You're only one decision away from completely changing your entire life, whether that's like quitting smoking, chasing your dreams, start working out. The bigger that change is, the harder the decision's gonna be, because you're literally changing timelines. So like, do whatever the fuck you want to do. Also, I'm building my new computer later today, probably around 2 o'clock on Twitch, so check that out.